Hi guys. Okay, so we're going to run through a series of stretches right now that are designed to open up your lower spine, and particularly with the case of chronic sciatica, there's a couple of these stretches that are specifically going to address that. So my recommendation is to go through this routine once a day. And I'm also doing this to keep my lower spine open. It's been feeling great. I'm going to go through the routine in real time so that you can do it with me. Each stretch is about 20 seconds long. And here we go. Okay, we're going to start in child's pose. And you can just come down and put your hands under your forehead and sitting right in between your heels, and you can drop your chest down towards the ground a little bit and feel that nice long stretch through your lower back and pelvis. Stay connected to your breath. And taking nice, long, deep breaths down into your sacrum, into your hips. Feel your lower body, your pelvis dropping down into the ground. And then we're going to come up and go right on our back. You'll take your right knee up and clasp your hands around the top of your shin and push down towards the ground. So you're not pulling your knee up towards your arm. You're pushing your leg down into the ground. So you're really getting a nice deep stretch into your hip socket. And keep taking nice deep breaths. Again, we're holding each stretch for about 20 seconds. And then we're going to just take our left hand over our right knee and pull that right knee over. And you can stretch out your right arm. And you should feel that stretch right through here. And send some nice deep breaths down into your belly. Down into your right hip. Feel your right shoulder dropping down towards the ground. And if you can't get as far over to the side, you just go as far as you can. And then we're going to bring our other knee up, left knee, clasping your leg and then pulling down into the ground, down into your hip joint. And I usually just count 20 with each of these stretches as I'm going through. Just stay with that downward pressure through your hands, pushing your leg down into your hip. And then we're going to bring right hand over left knee. Stretching that whole lower left low back, left sacrum, left hip. And keep bringing your breath down into those muscles that are stretching. And then we're going to bring both of our knees up, clasp both of your hands around the top of your legs, and with equal pressure pushing down towards your belly. So now you're going to feel the pressure going into both of your hip joints and down through your sacrum down to the floor. And keep coming back to your breath. And then we're going to pull both of your knees together over into a second twist. And this just gets a little bit more of a broad stretch through more of your spine. It's more of a global stretch than the other one that is more specific to your lower pelvis and hip. And keep breathing. And then we're going to go over to the other side. You're just meeting your body wherever it's at. Just finding that edge, wherever that edge is for you. Maybe you won't be able to bring your legs all the way over, and that's totally okay. You just bring them as far as you can. And keep breathing into your back spine, back body. Allowing your breaths to get longer and deeper. And then we're going to come back to center, and this stretch is very specific for sciatica. So you're putting your right ankle over your left knee, and then you're just going to very gently lift your left foot off the ground. So I have my hands right here on my legs or down on the ground, and you're just lifting your left leg off the ground, and you're going to feel a nice stretch through these gluteal muscles. And this is where your piriformis muscle is. And this is the muscle that gets really tight and compresses the sciatic nerve as it travels down the leg. So it's really important to stretch this muscle, and this stretch stretches the piriformis specifically. Now, if you can take your hands and reach and hold on to your left thigh. But if you can't get your hands there, don't worry about it. You can also do this stretch just by lifting up your foot as much as you can. And then we're going to switch sides. And then just gently lifting your right foot off the ground. And you'll feel that stretch in your lower left hip, pelvic area, left lateral thigh. And then again, if you can reach your leg, you may not be able to, but if you can hold it like that. And keep deepening your breath. And always breathing into the area that you're stretching. Good, and then you can let your legs down. And then we're going to come up and we're going to turn over. And we're going to come down on our belly and just with your hands right here in front of you, come up on your forearms. So your legs are straight, toes are pointed. And from here, you're just going to lift your chest and look up. And you'll feel that extension in your lower back. So we're just doing a stretch and extension. And then breathing all the way down into your pelvis. Just extending your spine. Squeezing your gluteals a little bit as you're extending. Pulling your shoulder blades down. And then you're going to come down and bring your hands back to your shoulders. And we're going to do a set of 8 of these extension. So you're just going to come up as far as you can, and then we're going to go back down. And we're going to do 8 of these. And the goal eventually is to get your arms straight. But that's going to take some time. And I think that's number 8. And then from here, we'll come back into child's pose. And we'll just do a last child's pose. But this last child's pose is going to have a little bit of a twist, literally. So we're going to come over to the right. Stretching the left pelvis, left hip. And then we're going to go over to the left, pulling this outer arm as straight as we can to get that whole side body stretch. And then we come back to center and all the way up. So good job, and every day, and give this gift to yourself, and so good to be with you today.